Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank all the illustrious members of the media. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here, and all our special guests. This is truly a spectacular evening. None other than Shankar sir. We're going to chat some more much later. The team will come and take their seats, and then we'll go into the launch of what we know as the most amazing experience. Shankar sir, we will be talking later, but for now, I just bow down with respect and with all my heart can't wait to see this magnificent piece of work. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the virus, the most dreaded virus any software, hardware, any human has ever come across. In my career as a filmmaker, if I have seen any contemporary actor who can do it all, it certainly is him. He's done it all and has proven that he's the master of it all. It's the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, the man with many faces, with one great attitude and a history of amazing work, Akshay Kumar. Thank you, Akshay. We will, of course, be conversing later because we're heading towards the launch. Thank you, Shankar sir. Thank you. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. He truly is the legend of all legends. There are very few personalities who have this abundant love that stretches across the world, the nation, and every human being resonates and connects with his aura, his being, and his personality. Ever since I have sensed him, I have been a fan. Ever since I've seen him, I have experienced his legendary status. Ladies and gentlemen, I bow down with respect, with all my heart, for the man of the moment, the legend, the superstar, none other than Rajnikanth. Rajni sir, I know that you're fast, but this was a bit too fast, no? What just happened? Where did you go?
Hello world. I am Chitty, the robot. Speed 1 terahertz, memory 1 zettabyte.
Chitti.
நான் எப்போ வருவேன் எப்படி வருவேன்னு யாருக்கும் தெரியாது. ஆனா வர வேண்டிய நேரத்துல கரெக்ட்டா வந்துருவேன். नहीं समझा ना?
नहीं.
मैं कब आऊंगा कैसे आऊंगा कोई नहीं जानता, मगर जब भी आऊंगा सही वक्त पे आऊंगा.
But anyways, didn't they ban you, dismantle you, lock you up in a museum, something like that?
என்னை யாராலையும் அழிக்க முடியாது.
Okay, I've always wanted to know, you tried to hit on your boss's girlfriend, right? Aishwarya Rai. How's that going on, huh? Tell.
Oh, that's a sad story, Karan. She friend-zoned me. ये दिल है मुश्किल.
You are so updated about movies, is it? Then let me ask you some rapid-fire questions. One word for Akshay Kumar. Tell.
Twinkle, twinkle, action star.
Whoa!
Right, Akshay?
Who is the king of Bollywood?
The great Amitabh Bachchan.
And the queen of Bollywood?
Madhuri Dixit. Aishwarya Rai, Sridevi, Priyanka, Deepika, Katrina, Kareena, Anushka.
Whoa.
Rakhi Sawant.
Enough, please, Chitti. Now let me ask you one tricky question. What do you know about demonetization?
Yes, I heard about this from my boss.
Boss? Who? Vasikaran?
No. Shivaji the boss.
Oh. Anyway, tagline reads, the world is not only for humans. What does that mean? Aliens, robots, who? What?
Sorry, it has been programmed in my neural schema not to reveal any details. If you have any questions on this, ask him.
Him? Who him? Chitti and Rajni sir, all together. This is amazing. Welcome, sir. This is absolutely fantastic. Welcome.
Thank you, Karan. Thank you. Why you are disturbing unnecessarily Chitti, please?
I was hassling him a little bit.
Everyone wear your 3D glasses, please.
He has spoken. Sir, we wanted to know, we are all here for this memorable, big, magnificent moment. What do we have in store? What are we going to see? Like everyone wants to know, everyone in the room wants to know.
It is too early to show the trailer or teaser, but definitely they must be having something to show. Chitti?
Chitti has to have the last word.
I think they should wear the glasses.
Yes, before we move on, we would like to call the legendary maestro, the man who really can make any orchestra through the fingertips of his hands. Please welcome Academy Award winner A.R. Rahman. Your association with this team has, of course, been legendary. The work you've done is beyond legendary. Everyone treats you like a barometer. You are truly the final parameter of music. How was the experience on this film?
This is probably the toughest film I'm doing because he's not satisfied with anything I'm giving. So he liked the trailer music though. So we finished one song, and it's of course the most challenging working with him. His ideals are very, very high, Mr. Shankar. And the pressure which he has for this movie, especially having this whole team and trying to create something unique for India to the world. And ella program mervanike.
We can't wait to hear the soundtrack and all the music that will support this great piece of work. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Could we also call the VFX gentleman, Mr. Walt Jones from... How are you, Walt? How does it feel?
It's incredible to be here.
Yeah, and what do you think? It's the most expensive film that Asia's ever seen. Is the responsibility too daunting for you?
It is daunting. I don't think it's too daunting, though. The creation of this world, all of the effects that go into it, trying to create these characters and really bring them to life on screen, it's an enormous undertaking, but we're certainly up to the challenge.
Well, we can't wait to see it explode on screen. Thank you very much, and please join us. Thank you. And now, I'm sure Chitti would like us to move on to the final stage of the evening, to the launch of what we've been talking about, to experience the magnitude in all its splendor and all its glory. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the first look. Mr. A.R. Rahman. Sir, Mr. Subhash Karan. None other than Mr. Akshay Kumar. And sir, please, Rajni sir. Please have a seat, sir.
nervous actually.
I won't. Oh, no, no. And we have the leading lights of the movies. And just to begin with, sir, the captain of the ship. Like, what is it that makes you do these movies on this tremendous scale every time, each and every time? Where does this energy and passion and exuberance come from?
No, I have to deliver something better than what I did before.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you always better your craft and do something more challenging every time.
Yeah, because I treat myself as an audience, like, no. So I have to satisfy the audience inside me.
Right, that's fantastic, sir. And we can't wait to see what you've captured this time. Was there anything specific in this experience that you'd like to share with us?
Like, everything is it's very difficult film. It's 10 times difficult than the part one. And it's like I felt part one is like climbing the Everest. If you see the Everest, you'll be in panic, how I'm going to climb it. But step by step, I feel that I reached a little
You will
bit.
get
But
there.
this time, having an Everest on my shoulder and climbing up the Everest step by step.
Well, thank you. And does working, Mr. Rahman, does working with Shankar sir always feel like you're also climbing the Everest along with him?
I think we kind of inspire mutually because love is energy.
Yeah.
And working with people like that also pushes you up. And then I play him stuff which I do abroad in Hollywood. And we have these moments of great exchange. And he's a visionary and he's always ahead of the times. And he has got this amazing sensibilities where he can satisfy all what they say ABC, which I don't like splitting people into ABC, but I feel like he's got this unique capability to reach out to everyone.
And I suppose your combination, which has already been so exceptionally legendary, the great work that you'll have done together, does always living up to the history that you created before always create that kind of sensation that you have to do even better this time? Does that pressure ever bog you down?
It's there, but we enjoy what we do. Every bit of it. He loves to sit with every instrument. Even I'm taking overdub for an instrument, he loves to sit and watch it. And that's the beauty. It's not like, I'm in shooting, you finish it and send me. He's not that kind. So that's the beauty. And he is part of the music. Every
Well, great.
bit of it.
Well, we can't wait, as I said. And we have a nervous producer who's all smiles, but nervous to answer any further questions that we already, so we won't torture him anymore.
He's told me everything, whatever you want to ask him. I'm going to answer for him because he's
So
told
I'm
me
going to ask
everything.
you.
He says, yeah. He says that even when he has to give a speech to all his workers and all, he never comes. He never talks. He just quietly stands there. And I think he's too humble for this now.
So I'm going to pretend you're the producer, Akshay,
Yeah, go
then,
ahead. I
and
would
ask
love
you.
to be this producer of this film.
So as a producer of the film, what made you put this kind of money into it?
Sorry?
As a producer, what initiated you to put this kind of wealth in this film?
Well, I believe in this subject, and I believe that this movie is going to create history. I believe that I'm putting money on a scientist who's going to take this movie and change the whole history of Indian cinema. So that's all right.
Whoa. Well, truly it is Mr. Subhash Karan. Thank you very much for your vision, your confidence, and all the energy that you provided.
Thank you very much for this question. For this, you'll get one Leica phone free.
Thank you. Very good. I'm very happy. Anything free is always welcome. And now we will go to 2.0 version to Akshay Kumar. Akshay, it's amazing that, that there's this collaboration. When it was announced, there was such tremendous energy. And for you to walk into a comfortable zone, as in their comfort zone, how did that feel? When you walked into this, there with these leading lights, literally all of them who have done such exceptional work together with each other and apart from you.
Well, I'll tell you something. I have, to be honest, I never do makeup.
Yeah.
I have never done makeup in my life. It's been 25 years. I never put any kind of makeup. But this movie, I have done all the makeup of these 25 years into this. And I swear to God, 3 hours I had to sit on a chair. I don't know how many films I've watched on television just while they are doing some makeup on me. And it used to take 1 hour to remove this makeup. So my patience level has increased. Like, I'm already a very patient guy, but with this, I have increased my patience level a lot. And trust me, I'm very thankful to Shankar sir, to Rajni sir, to Subhashji, to allow me to be a part of this film. And I was very shocked when they chose me to enact in front of Rajni sir, whose fan we all have been. So it has been a great honor.
Truly is. I mean, I have to say, just sharing the same platform with Rajni sir is such a huge honor for a filmmaker and a fan like me. Sir, I truly am blessed to be on the same platform as you. And I know that you would like to say just a few words, but if you had to sum up your experience of working with this wonderful team and that really are, I'm sure, as humble to work with you, what is the feeling, sir, when you see yourself in this great vision, when you see it on screen like this?
To be frank with you, to work with Shankar is difficult.
Yeah.
And he is a perfectionist. That's why he's still, from last 25 years, he's in the industry. Almost 3-4 the biggest directors in the country, including you. He's also one of them. This picture actually, because since I worked already with him, but this picture is a 3D. It is very different experience when I see myself on a screen. But I'm telling you the truth. In this 2.2, the hero is not Rajnikanth. Akshay Kumar is the hero.
Oh.
I have not given choice. If they had given choice, I would have selected that character. But hats off to Akshay Kumar. He worked so hard, and you can see that on the screen.
Sir, I had no choice, sir. I had no choice.
But a brilliant character, brilliant role. I'm really telling you, the whole country will applaud Akshay after the release of the picture.
Thank you, sir. Your graciousness and your humility is something that the world respects you for. Thank you for just being. That's all I have to say. Thank you for just being who you are and the way you are. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And like I previously mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, there was a technical glitch, but we are all sorted for the moment now, and we'd like you to see what you missed seeing in its own splendor and form right now again. But I'd like you to wear your glasses to enjoy the experience. I think we'll have to just...
कोई बात नहीं यार.
आ जाएंगे. This launch, could I please, with all gratitude, invite on stage none other than Salman Khan. Salman, thank you so much for being here today. As you know, it's a magnetic and a magnificent launch for 2.0, and we have the great Rajni sir in the house, and we're so happy and humbled that you're here today. How does it feel to meet the man himself every time and again?
I've just come to see him. I think he's the most amazing man that I've known, and I have a lot of respect for him. I wasn't invited. I got to know that his launch was here. So I just turned up. Aki, I think he's one of the most talented actors that we have, and I've worked with him. He's phenomenal. I think that if there's anyone who's had a growth in his acting career as a performer from our side, is only Akshay Kumar. We've all remained stagnant. He's the only one that keeps on growing and growing and growing. I think Aki is one of the most hardworking, dedicated actors that we have. Rajni garu to bhul jo ab kya bole. I don't know if Rajni garu remembers this one incident when we were doing a show together. I think it was Jumma Chumma. So I went to the bathroom and I see Rajni garu throwing cigarettes like this. So, in the bathroom, I said, Garu, what are you doing? He said, sir, a lot of wind outside. Such that cigarette in the mouth. So, open like air concert we are having. It was in some, I think, Wembley arena or something. It was windy, it was cold. So I said that, no, he's doing this here, let me see. And lots of cigarettes lying here. Yeah. So I went backstage to see if he gets it right. One shot, he threw a cigarette here, it came straight in his mouth. I thought that was phenomenal. I'm very happy to be here. And I just saw the teaser, and I think it's fabulous. Large, Shankar makes like the largest films, and why don't you do it? Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Salman. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And it would be a gross injustice, actually, Salman, if you don't allow us all to photograph you with the amazing crew of 2.0. Thank you. Rajni sir, we're just going to take some questions from the media. Thank you, Salman. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, you can sit. Unless you want to. Yes, please, sir. Akshay, come here. Wait, just some media. There are 2-3 questions we will take from the media they want. And please have a seat. Come. Thank you. Come, Rahman sir. We're going to take a few questions from the house, ladies and gentlemen, specifically about 2.0 and hopefully about nothing else. So, any questions for these wonderful gentlemen on stage?
Hi, Shankar.
हाय अक्षय सर, मेरा सवाल आपसे है. दिस आलोक, आप मुझे सुन सकते हैं, देख नहीं पाएंगे शायद.
हाँ सर.
सर मेरा नाम आलोक है.
हाँ जी, आप कहाँ हैं?
सर मैं मतलब कैमरे के पीछे हूँ तो दिख नहीं पाऊंगा आपको.
अच्छा पूछिए.
सर सवाल ये है कि रजनी सर को सभी सुपरस्टार मानते हैं और इस सुपरस्टार के साथ आपने काम किया है, तो आपने ऐसी क्या खूबियाँ देखी रजनी सर के भीतर एक सुपरस्टार की?
सर मेरे हिसाब से रजनी साहब सुपरस्टार नहीं हैं. मेरे हिसाब से रजनी साहब पूरे गैलेक्सी हैं. मैं इनका बहुत बड़ा फ़ैन हूँ or if anybody who has got in this industry swag, and that has always been him. How to wear the glasses, चाहे वो cigarette हो, चाहे वो coat पहनना हो, चाहे वो coat उड़ाना हो, हर किस्म की चीज़ें, मतलब ऐसा कोई भी नौजवान नहीं है जो इनके तौर तरीके सीखना नहीं चाहता, बताना नहीं चाहता. और एक कमाल का मुझे किस्सा याद है. मुझे एक याद है कि इनकी एक फिल्म रिलीज़ हुई थी. फिल्म का नाम था बाबा, और वो फिल्म थोड़ी चली नहीं थी. और मुझे अभी भी याद है, मैंने पढ़ा था कि इन्होंने सारे डिस्ट्रीब्यूटरों को बुला के उनके पैसे वापस किए. एंड आई थिंक दैट इज़ द बिगेस्ट साइन of being a big, very big superstar. I can never forget that. I have kept always in my head. So, thank you.
रजनी सर, कोई ईद पे आता है, कोई दिवाली पे आता है, कोई क्रिसमस पे आता है, लेकिन पिछले दिनों एक खबर आई थी कि आपकी फिल्म जब रिलीज होती है तो उस दिन त्योहार बन जाता है. इस कॉम्प्लीमेंट को कैसे लेते हैं रजनी सर?
The day you come, sir, it becomes a festival on its own. It doesn't matter whether it's Eid or Diwali.
By God's grace, my fans, they make great. Thank you.
Shankar sir, over here straight. Next year there are many big films releasing, but two of the most awaited films are Robot 2 and Bahubali 2, and both belong to the South industry. So how does it feel that two films from that industry are taking India to the global level?
Yeah, I am eagerly waiting to see Bahubali 2. And for audience, they need more films, more than Bahubali 2, more than 2.0. Like every month, if they get this kind of film, it will be a celebration for the audience.
And so, the Bahubali was distributed in Hindi by Karan Johar. So who has come on board to distribute Robot, the Hindi version of Robot? Is it?
Yeah, that's we have to ask the producer, with whom he had used.
I've reached this stage for a reason, na? That is stage 1. My 2.0 will be that if I manage to again present the film in Hindi. That is my 2.0 version.
Good evening, everybody. My question here is to Rajni sir. Sir, modlo solno trailer rombave super. Whenever you play a villainous role, we all love you because when you're good, you're very good, but when you're bad, you're better. Do you like playing Chitti too? Do you have fun doing that?
Actually, in this picture, I'm villain only. But always, actually, I would like to do a villain characters. And in this picture, you will see that, the real villain. Thank you.
Sir, the action in this film looks spectacular. Did you have fun doing it? Was it difficult? How was the experience of doing it?
No, difficult hours, actually, I told you, he's a difficult director. But I enjoyed because this subject is very unique. And I want to tell you, this is not only a prestigious picture for Subhash Karan producer or Shankar or the unit. It is a prestigious picture, the whole Indian cinema. Wow. And I'm telling you, despite of our technical excellence and the financial strength, we could not reach the Hollywood standard yet. But I'm telling confidently, openly, this picture will reach that Hollywood level. Every Indian, our Indian film fraternity will be proud of. Thank you.
Rajni sir, your superstardom spans decades. Do you, from Indian film industry like Bollywood, who do you think will enjoy the superstardom that you have down in India, like everywhere in India, other than Akshay Kumar? Because I know you will take Akshay Kumar's name.
I couldn't understand. What are you saying?
Who else enjoys your level of stardom in Hindi
who
cinema?
Will enjoy?
Who will enjoy?
At your age, maybe. At your age, who do you think will still enjoy?
At your age, who will enjoy? And he says, not Akshay Kumar, because he knows that you will say Akshay Kumar because he's sitting next to you. They said, I didn't.
No comments, thank you.
One more question, sir. Salman sir just said, narrated an incident about you and him. You've shared screen space with Shah Rukh sir in a small sequence in Ravan. You're doing an entire film with Akshay sir. When can we see you and Salman sir together? Or do you plan to do one film?
You've done movie with me, Shah Rukh.
Salman.
Salman sir.
I would, even tomorrow, if Salman says yes, I am ready.
Lovely.
It will be
We're going
multi-stages.
to take one last question, ladies and gentlemen.
Shankar sir, yeah, straight.
Very
Shiv-
far from straight, but anyway. I mean, the direction.
So there is a lot of excitement about the second installment of Robot, but people always plan the franchise. They always think of taking the franchise ahead. Do you plan to come up with a third installment of Robot?
Yeah, of course, because it's a very interesting science fiction genre. Definitely, I believe something will come up in my mind for the 3.0 and 4.0 and 5.0.
And it goes on and on. Thank you so much. Thank you. And those are all the questions we will take now, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank these wonderful gentlemen for their time, their energy, and more than anything else, their abundant talent that we're going to experience on Diwali with 2.0. This has truly been a spectacular evening. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us on this platform. And I would now... And while we bid these wonderful gentlemen goodbye, I'd like to invite on stage finally Mr. Raju Mahalingam for our vote of thanks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I take this opportunity to thank each and everyone for being here and the legends out here. And I'm proud that Laika had got this opportunity to do this magnum opus. I thank Shankar sir, Rajni sir, and Akshay ji, and the Oscar award winner Rahman sir. And thanks Subhash for coming all the way from London for this function. Thanks once again. Thanks a lot.
And I also want to thank you, Salman Khan, for coming all the way from Bandra and making this occasion so big. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you so much.